Hola babies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nai Ellie. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel and make sure to click that subscribe button and join me. So today, and I don't know if this camera's too close or if I'm too far, I don't know. My skin, y'all, my skin. Just don't look at my skin. Today's video is titled, hold on, sorry. I think that's better. Today's video is titled Speaking My Mind. So in today's video, I am just gonna be speaking my mind. I feel like I have been not saying anything. I feel like I've been keeping my mouth shut. I feel like I have been trying to avoid almost everything in my life lately, like literally just avoid everything, but only because of like what I'm currently going through. So yeah, and I really honestly I don't have time to be worried about anything. I'm not really worried about much right now other than my current situation and my family. That's really it. Even if I'm placed in a situation where I didn't place myself in it or I chose not to be in it and I'm still in the situation, that means that I'm in a position where I can speak up or I can say something, right? Now obviously I'm choosing not to add fuel to the fire because I know that that's literally what I would do if I was to entertain certain things, or like, you know, every time something happens to me where it's like negative, even if I don't call on it or even if I do have something to do with it, whatever the case may be, I still always try to make the best out of a situation. Really, I really do. Or try to find like the best resolution. It makes your life a lot easier for you to be able to get through certain situations, because life is always gonna throw something at you. Even if you don't want it to, it's always gonna throw something at you, sweetie. And that's what this video is about. Anyways, I'm always gonna choose myself no matter what, regardless of whether or not that means that my social status, I can't talk with these retainers. My social status, hold on y'all, let me, oh by the way, look at my nails. I got my nails done for my birthday. Regardless of if my social status changes or like the validation I receive. I really can't talk right now. I'm gonna take these retainers off. Okay, maybe I should start off like this. So when you choose yourself, or at least for me, when I've chosen myself, a lot of the times it comes with a lot of backlash, for me at least. This is something that has happened to me more than once. So that's why this time around, it's not really having that much of an effect on me. But let me tell y'all right now, I've come to learn that, you know, that validation, that social status, that those things like outside of what goes on in your current reality, they don't mean anything. It means nothing. It's not hugging me to sleep at night when I'm crying my fucking eyes out on my pillow. It's not in my head thinking my thoughts and feeling my emotions. It's not healing me. It's not doing nothing for me. It's a literal app on a phone. That's literally all it is when you really go to think about those things. So I've come to learn that yes, like you can lose a lot of things that you once had, or I've lost a lot of things that I've once had more than once. And I'm gonna go ahead and speak my situation, so whoever is watching this, maybe this can help you. But I speak, everything that I speak is through experience. I don't ever just say things because I heard somebody else's story or I saw a movie and I'm like, okay, this is what no. I'm literally telling you my truth, what I've been through. If you don't know, I used to be in a group and it was called the Huskies and I was in that group. Now, mind you, I do not have no hate towards none of them. There's not one of them that I don't like. I don't have no problems with none of them, regardless of whatever's going on. That I'm literally, people are sending me videos or sending me, oh, you just gonna let this slide, oh look, they're talking about you, which is honestly, y'all, it's not targeted straight towards me. It's literally, they're talking about the old members. Now I understand that I the place that I held in that group, so a lot of the times, like, it's really the backlash or the remembrance, I don't even know what word to use at this point, it's really gonna be hit towards me, or like, and that's not me being a victim, that's just the literal truth. It's like, this is shit that I get spammed text messages, DMs, literally. I'm not kidding. I'm literally not kidding. Even if they make those videos where like they're talking shit, which honestly, y'all, hey, I seen the video that Zach made. The day that Zach made that video, or the day that I saw it, because I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it another time. Because I think I was scrolling through my YouTube feed and I still was subscribed to the channel at that time. And I was like, oh, let me see this. And then I saw it, and then I saw that he said he don't really mess with none of the members but 2 of them. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? So then I checked to see if he would follow me, and he did. And so did Janae. And the first thing that I did, I literally could have jumped online and made a video. Y'all, the first thing that I did was text them. That was the first thing I did. I texted them and I talked to them. It's not that we left on good terms, but like, you know, like not burning that bridge, but like squashing the fucking elephant in the room. That type of shit. Like, I hate that shit. Like, I need to speak my mind, because then I'll just like sit with it and think about it, and I can't do that shit. No. I don't got time for that shit. We spoke about it, whatever. And you know what? They said, well, I think it was Janae that said it. She was just like, I feel like we already completed each other's purpose that we held in our life, and now we're like on different paths. And I respected that 100%. Like, I respected that. Like, I really did respect that, because that is true. We all completed our purposes that we had with each other at that current moment in our life. And if they feel like they want to go a separate way or do whatever they got to do to continue, then that's fine. I'm not going to hold nobody back from their own decisions. They can make their own decisions, and I'm not going to talk shit about them either while they do it. So yeah, I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. They haven't done enough. Surprisingly, we have all been through so much together, but surprisingly, enough has not happened for me to hate any of them or for me to dislike any of them. I really just don't have no animosity towards none of them, and I wish them the best. Like, truthfully, to be honest, because when they make these hate videos, I feel like they just know what gets views and knows what doesn't get views. So like, they're really doing it because they know what gets y'all attention. Like, for real. Like, I really think, because you gotta understand, I was in a group with these people. I know what they really tricking y'all, I feel. Or maybe I'm just delusional and they actually don't like me. Like, imagine I'm saying this and they really don't fuck with me for real, but whatever. That's what I think. Like, that's what's going on in my mind. It's like, y'all need to understand that it's a known thing that drama is praised in social media. It's literally the eye catcher. It's the one that gets y'all going, and you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not gonna be on the drama side. I'm gonna be on the more in touch with your soul type of side. And like, I'm not a saint, y'all. I'm not saying that I'm the best or that I'm making the best choice, because every single choice balances each other. But if somebody's doing this on this side, I got to do this on this side so we can balance each other. That type of shit. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, everybody keeps asking why I left the group. I'm not gonna answer you every time you ask me, because there's literally a whole video out on the Hudskis channel where I literally sit in the car with them and I tell you guys why I'm leaving the group. So I'm not gonna sit here and continue to tell you something that's literally online for you to see with your own eyes. Stop asking me or keep asking me. I'm not gonna answer. The answer is right in front of you. Okay, I left, and so, you know, me leaving, I already knew that I was gonna lose the social status, the validation, the good opinions, because that's really what helped me. Greenski, that's really what jumped me up, took me places that I have never even experienced. I'm still so thankful it's tatted on me, and I'm not gonna get it covered, because that was at this point in my life, that was one of like my primes in my life. One of them. I don't ever hold that and like think like, no, like, I'm not Greenski. You can call me Greenski, because I'm not currently Greenski no more, but I was Greenski. I don't care if you call me Greenski, that's fine. But you know, don't like, that's not, my whole life is not revolved around Greenski, but I understand on social media, whatever y'all want to think. I knew I was gonna lose all of these things, but I still decided to choose myself regardless of me knowing. And I was so scared. You really think I really did not want to leave? When I left, I did not want to leave. Ask the people that were around me at the time that I was like talking to. I would literally ask, I was like, do you think I should make this decision? I didn't tell them about it, because honestly, like, you gotta understand, it was like so much going on. I was scared. I was really scared to speak up and say something, because I just wanted to say it right away when it happened. Like, the people around me, like my family, my brother, like, I was just like, bro, like, this has been laying heavy on my mind. Like, I can't be in the group no more. Like, something was off for me. It felt like, no, this is not for you. You're not supposed to be doing this. Like, literally, my mind was like, you are not supposed to be doing this right now. You're doing something wrong. And I listened to it, and I knew what that was gonna come with. You know, it was scary, and it was a scary decision. I'm gonna tell you why it really didn't affect me, even though it was much worse than this next story I'm about to tell you guys about. So literally 4 years ago exactly, I was in a 5-year relationship. Well, hold on, let me think about this correctly, because I'm about to backtrack too much. 4 years ago in 2020 is like right before I blew up, because I really did blow up by myself a little bit before I became Greensky, or before we started linking and making videos with the as the Hoodskis. I was doing my little, you know, 1-2 with my little skates or whatever. But before that, prior to that, I had just gotten out of a 5-year relationship that I was with a dancer, a known dancer in my city and in other cities. Like, he was pretty big. Not too big, like he wasn't no fucking, you know what I'm saying, like worldwide or national. He was just very, very locally known. And so I was his girl. And then when I left him, when I finally left him, after 5 years, I finally decided to leave him. I was his ex. That's what I was. I was never Nayeli. I was Nayeli for like a few months, and then I was Greensky, and then that was it. But prior to that, I was always his girl or his ex when I left him. So let me tell y'all, and the same thing was happening. Something was telling me, you're not supposed to be with him. You're doing something wrong. Like, you know, everybody knows. Okay, so like I was saying, when I was with him, it was one of those situations, and y'all, like, I would crash out about this man. Like, I was literally, I was one of my proudest things that I've ever done in my life, that I'm still so proud of myself for to this day, is leaving him and actually getting over him and being able, he has zero effect on me. Like, I can see him with another girl and I don't give a fuck. I never ever in my life would think that I would get over this man, and I actually did. But the sacrifice that came with it, and when I say sacrifice, I mean, like, it was hard. It was not easy, y'all. I was a crash out about this man. When I am in love with somebody, I'm so in love. That's why I've been single ever since I left him, because I know how I get in a relationship. So just putting that into context of how hard it was for me to make this decision, this led up to why I feel like I'm so detached from a lot of things, because I understand the situation with my ex made me understand a lot about life. Like, that shit made me really open my eyes to understand that you don't know what's right for you. You think you know what's right for you, but that is a simple attachment. You honestly do not know what God has in store for you. I finally was just like, I could not take it, because like, as much as I wanted to be with him, and like as much as I was attached to him, it was like, it was draining me. Like, I was being drained of myself. I felt not me at all. I felt like every single moment I was not myself, and I was doing something I was not supposed to be doing. My heart wanted to be with him so bad, but my mind knew right from wrong. Like, you're not supposed to be doing this. Keep in mind how everything is aligning. You're in a situation where you know, I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is not, I don't feel right. Finally, after 5 years, I finally said, okay, I'm done. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how it happened, so you guys can see exactly how this shit happened to me. So I finally decided to leave him, and I basically got off of all socials. I got off of Instagram. Well, not all socials. I just got off of Instagram. I never really used Snapchat for real. I only use it to make videos of myself. Still to this day, I don't use Snapchat like that, because I think that app is very toxic. But I got off of Instagram because I think that app is also very toxic. So I just had TikTok and YouTube. He was a Instagram dancer. That's honestly one of the reasons I was like, okay, I gotta get off this, because I already knew what was gonna happen. He immediately moved to New York with another girl. Like, literally got with this other girl and moved to New York with her. I didn't know about it because I was logged off of Instagram, so I didn't know. I found out because people literally went out of their way to hit my DM or my messages on TikTok and send me pictures, bitch. Send me literal fucking pictures and videos of him with this other girl, and they would tell me like, oh, that's so sad, like, you and him were so cute, like, this makes me so sad. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You could have said that without sending the video or the pictures. Like, it's literally that thing where it was just like, I was being beat the fuck down because of my decision, but I knew it was the right decision. I'm gonna tell you why it was the right decision at the time. And so obviously I was losing followers, because the only reason I had followers for real was because of him. I was losing followers. I was getting those messages. I basically, every single comment, or not every single comment, but a lot of the comments I would get at that time was, oh my god, aren't you aren't you his ex? Or aren't you his girl? Oh, I remember you, like, you look so familiar. And that's what I was known as, until I finally broke out of it. I felt like I unleashed something of myself. I might insert a few clips of me literally saying this thing when it happened. I might insert a few clips so you guys can see. Like, I literally got off of Instagram for like the longest, and I didn't know any of this stuff. Like, I literally found that out from my brother. You guys should still go follow me on my Instagram. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm not on it at the moment, and I've been losing hella followers because of it, but that's fine because all of those followers weren't for me anyways. They were all because of my ex. I want to gain followers from me, you know. I want to make my own name and not be up under somebody. Oh yeah, and my TikTok too. We hit 30K the other day. 30K dance. Okay. Okay, so it happened to me prior to what's happening to me right now. Now, at that time, you know, I'm not gonna lie, the views, the opinions, the validation period meant so much more to me. Like, it was literally, it crushed my ego knowing that what was happening to me because of the decision that I made. It crushed my ego. Like, I literally was so depressed and I just felt so low, but I still just had to do what I had to do. When I made that decision, knowing everything that was gonna happen, and literally I never thought that I would ever even heal from that, I was blessed. I was blessed with everything that I was so scared to lose, but like, just me. Like, it was just me. I made it myself. Like, I did it on my own. I did it with my own videos. I did it like just on my own, and I wasn't with him for all that shit. But when that happened to me, it made me open my eyes to the fact that, why is my flashlight, ring light doing that? It made me open my eyes to the fact that I was so attached to him, and I thought that that was like my be all end all, like that was it. And it wasn't. It wasn't. If anything, my life got so much better after that. Oh, hold on, because I don't know why it's doing that. I think that's good. My life got so much better after that. So many things happened to me that I didn't even think would ever possibly happen to me. It opened my eyes to anything is possible. It's like, if you shift your perspective, and I learned that if you make sacrifices, and when I say that, I don't mean like, I don't know how to word that, but like, when you stop moving with what you think is right for you, because you have to understand that your heart is a traitor. Your heart is a traitor. It's not always going to lead you the right direction, because a lot of the times you think of one singular thing, one singular way, and then if it doesn't go that way, you set the expectation of it being that way, and when it doesn't go that way, you're blocking your blessings. You're blocking your future because you think that that is it. And then the whole time you're on that path that you think you're supposed to be on, you wondering why you don't feel good. You wondering why things aren't going the way that you expect. It's because at the end of the day, you are only in control of making the right decision for yourself that's literally set in front of you. You're only in control of choosing the path. You can choose the path where it leads you to destruction, or you can choose the path where it leads you to victory. You can choose whatever it is that you want to do. Your decisions is what determines where you're going to end up. So, and that's just the truth of the matter. That's why it's so important to get in touch with yourself. Let go of this validation. Let go of these opinions. Don't compare yourself to other people or how other people are at one point in their life, because that's them. They make their own decisions. You don't know how they got there. You don't know what they had to do to get there. So don't compare yourself to them. Think about you and what you got going on, and think about who's going to help you at the end of the day, and be around that. Even if it's just yourself, even if you would much rather it be that way, then focus on you and stop worrying about these other things that are literally distractions, mind deteriorating, literally. So it's just dumb. Like, a lot of the stuff that is being praised and promoted right now is literally dumb. And that's not to judge nobody, but I'm sorry, it's just the fucking truth. It's just like, what are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? Sorry, it's the truth. So back to what I was saying. That goes to the same context of what I'm currently going through, which is that I had to let go of what I thought was right for me. Let go of what was giving me everything that I once wanted. Literally, what answered my prayers before is literally what I'm having to leave now, because it's no longer aligning with me. I feel like it's no longer, it was just what it was, and that's it. That within itself was another sacrifice of an attachment that I had to let go of thinking that I'm not enough without it, or of thinking that I can't do better without it, or that's all that I ever was, all I ever will be. No. And I refuse to think that that is my end goal, because it's not. I don't know what my end goal is, and I know that there's infinite possibilities. I know there's endless possibilities, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna continue to let life take me wherever it takes me, regardless of whether it goes to shit or whether it gets better. Whatever it's doing, what goes up must come down, what goes down must come up. It is a lesson at the end of the day. It's a blessing at the end of the day. Balance of the both. And I feel like that's just currently what I'm going through. It's just another one of those cycles where I'm really being taught You know, I feel like a lot of the times in my situation, I get blessed when I sacrifice things that I think I need for myself. And like when I finally, and I don't know why I'm hating that word, because I feel like sacrifice, you know how people talk about like deals with the devil? So that's the only reason I really don't like using that word, because it's so tied to that narrative right now. I know what I mean when I say that. I mean like you have to let go of something that you think you need, and the pain that comes with that detachment is so hard that it's a sacrifice, or it's like looking at God and saying, fine, like I'll let go, and like letting yourself go through the emotions that you go through when you do that, regardless of what's going on, the backlash and all this, and still coming out the other end blessed, or like, you know, feeling like you are a whole new person. That's basically what I mean when I say like sacrifice, or like, you know, like letting go, surrendering, which is fucking hard, y'all. That's harder than staying. Leaving is harder than staying. Trust and believe, because staying just means you're comfortable. When you leave, that means you're ready to enter into a whole new world where you're just freaking scared until you get there. But anyways, yeah, basically, yeah. But like I was saying, when I brought up like the sacrifice, because I literally just thought about this, like sacrifices or whatever, you know how they say when you make a deal with the devil, or like they always bring it up even with the story of Adam and Eve, where it's like, if you do this, I'll give you this, and I'll give you this, and you'll have all of this, and this is granted to you, but you have to give me your soul, or like whatever it is, that narrative that everybody talks about when you become famous or whatnot. Think about that, but don't take it too literal. Think about that in life. In life, I guess, like in those two stories, I could have tied it to that narrative. I'm not saying that my ex was the devil or the group members were the devil. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that it was one of those moments where I knew, if I stay, I'll still have this, I'll still have this, and I'll still be granted this, and this part of my life will go well for me, this part of my life will go well for me, I'll be wealthy on this side of things, but I'll still feel like a literal piece of shit at the end of the day, because I'm not choosing myself, because I'm not doing what I know is right, or going with my gut, my intuition, my instincts. I'm just much rather with the social status, the validation, the money, the glitz, the glam. That's more important to me than myself. Then that's literally you making a deal with the devil. Okay, so I'm coming back on here. Don't mind my skin. I'm coming back, and yeah. So a lot has happened ever since I filmed this video, and it's just crazy. Anyways, I want to come on here and I want to talk about a little bit about me saying that's you making a deal with the devil, because I know that can sound very triggering for a lot of people, especially a lot of religious people, or people that really read the Bible and hold it very dear to them. Now, I just want to make it very clear that I read the Bible as well, and I have my own opinions, I have my own thoughts, and this is just me sharing that. So one thing that I will always say is that I will never take anything that is being promoted or that is being put out, especially if it has to do with the government. I will never take it literal, just because a lot of the things that are being put out right now are revised by men. And when I say by men, I mean by people, by whoever's running this shit. Of course, y'all would be fooled to think that is not put out to their liking, or to what gets them what they want or what they need, to literally blindfold us or keep us right where they want us to be. Now, I'm not saying that certain things don't have answers. A lot of things have answers to them. That goes down from, yes, the Bible, 100%. It was inspired by God. Movies, music. You know, there's a lot of things that we don't take literal, but you see the message behind it. So you see what it's trying to tell you, but it's not something that you take literal. For an example, a reason I choose not to take the Bible very literal and I read between the lines is because if you're to literally take the Bible literal, then that means that you think that your eye is a fucking lamp. Because in the Bible it says that your eye is the lamp of the body. Now, clearly we all know what that means, but it doesn't mean that your eye is a fucking lamp. You get what I'm saying? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? So it's like, I don't take any of the stories in the Bible literal. Because if, like, I'm sorry, like, even ever since I was a little girl, when I would literally think about these stories, I would be like, okay, well, if this is this, then it's a lot. Anyways, let's dive deep into why I say that's you making a deal with the devil. Again, do not take that literal. It's not literally you looking at the devil and making a deal with him when I say this. It's just the story that I'm about to bring up and why I tied this to the story with me and my ex and with me and the group members. God told Adam and Eve, hey, look, y'all, I just made y'all this whole garden. Y'all got everything, okay? This is God's plan. Peep it. God's plan. Y'all got everything you can think of, everything you've ever wanted, everything you could never have imagined is all in this garden for you. The one thing that I need you to do, though, is to not fall for temptation, to not fall for lust, to not fall for gluttony, the 7 deadly sins, okay? All of the things that we're having to fight literally on a daily basis. Gluttony has to do with addiction, has to do with just overdoing something, indulging too much on something, right? And then there's the pride and the envy and all this stuff. That's the demons that we fight within ourselves every single day. Every single person has this fight that they have to fight against: the lust, the temptation, the envy, the gluttony, all these things. That's why they're the 7 deadly sins. That's what the devil did. And the devil came and looked at Eve and said, you know what? Just to let you know, God is lying to you. And actually, if you do this, you're actually going to have everything you could ever think of. You're actually going to have all the things that you would ever want. That would be the example of you falling for that temptation, falling for that lust, because you start imagining in your mind what you think will happen if you go through with falling for these things, avoiding or ignoring God's literal plan that is set in front of you for what you think is right for you, for that temptation. For an example, personally for me, there's been a lot of times where it got tricky, especially like with certain men, but I've learned my lesson. So yes, I get that temptation, yes, I get those lustful thoughts, yes, I get that, like, you know, that want, that urge. Like, I could have been again with plenty of people, but I understand and I see the person. I literally drop that ego, I drop that temptation, those lustful thoughts, and I detach myself from the situation. I go, it could be any single person, any single face right now. For me to have these feelings towards them, let me more so look at their soul, or like try to see the vibe, or like, you know, what do they do with their life? What do they want for their life? Like, what is, how do they care about themselves? Do they care about this? Do they care about that? And then I'm looking much more deeper than the surface. And as soon as I see, boom, okay, this is temptation. Okay, these are lustful thoughts. Okay, this is just another one of those moments where if I fall back into this trap, I will not be able to go on with God's plan. Again, it's just this intuition thing. And God will always show you. God will always show you why you shouldn't keep doing things. A problem will always happen. Something will always break out. You'll know when it's not God's plan. You'll know. And you choosing to stay is you making that deal with the devil. Again, it's not literal. It's just you falling for that temptation, or falling for that attachment that you think is right for you. So again, I feel like that was the story that was being taught with the whole Adam and Eve situation and the fruit on the tree. Because as soon as she bit that fruit, what the fuck did she fuck around and find out? Her and Adam. That temptation, falling for those things, when they made that deal with that devil, they settled for less. That's what they did. They settled for less. When God said, look, I have everything, settling for less. So I could have stayed with my ex, and I could have settled for less and been very well off on other things. I would have been blocking my own power. See, the thing is that every single person on this earth has power, and the devil's purpose, which is the ego, is for you to not know your own power. Because as soon as your ego is crushed, you think you're worthless. That's what's put in front of you, is just this wall of like, okay, this is all I'm worth in society. Working, making money, fucking bitches, doing drugs, like everything that's being put out right now, that's literally the only thing that most people think they're worth. Because as soon as you fight with somebody, what's the first thing they say? I make more money than you. I get more bitches than you. I'm more this than you. Like, I have it. And then at the end of the day, as soon as they don't have none of that shit, they're nothing. Or they will feel like they're nothing. Because it's all just ego-based. It's all fucking ego-based. Which is why I'm making this video stating that it's okay to let go of these ego-based things. That it's okay. You're still something without it. You're still something without the social status. You're still something without everything that society makes you think you're only worth. Like, you get what I'm saying? Even for me, in my case, I once had it. I no longer have it the way I used to have it. I'm not going to let that define me, or let that define the rest of my life and what I'm going to do on earth, like why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to not run with your ego. Listen to yourself, find yourself, get to know yourself, not your thoughts, not your feelings. Because like I said, that ties into those 7 deadly sins, those temptations, and all of those things that you're forever gonna have to deal with. You will never run away from that, because that is what the whole point is, if that makes sense. Peep how that was a test with Adam and Eve. Doesn't life feel like a test? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna get into it a little bit more on the next clips, but I just wanted to clear that up, because I just knew that would have me editing. I was like, somebody's gonna get triggered. I was like, somebody's going to get triggered, and it's okay if you do get triggered. It's okay if you don't. I just wanted to clear my side up a little bit, because I don't ever want you to think that I'm literally telling you choosing to fall for temptation and lustful things is you looking at the devil and making a deal with him. It's not literally you looking at the fucking devil and making a deal with him. It is you going with what you think is right for you, going with your ego, and then falling into the same trap, the same cycle. So you'll never know your fucking power in this world, and you'll never be the best version of yourself. You'll just stay stuck. That's what that means when you make a deal with the devil. Peep how I keep doing this. That means I'm not being for real. I hope that made sense. I don't know, but I just needed to say that. Alright, y'all. Bye. I get into it a little bit more so y'all can understand what I'm saying. Toodles. That's literally you making a deal with the devil. Wait, because why? Okay, I'm very aware that my foundation is way too orange. I just wanted to put it out there. I could not see it until I started editing this next part. This is like a long time later, by the way. Trim them bitches the foot down. My pinky is finally healed, but there's no nail there. It looks like Popeyes. Why does that remind me of a dad? Like a dad finger. Anyways, I just wanted to, why the fuck do I look orange? It goes away. Like, as I kept editing, I was like, okay, it goes away. But yeah, don't mind it. Just listen to what I'm saying. Forget the fuck up how I look. Forget how I look and listen to what I'm saying. Because you're ignoring your soul and your soul's purpose for worldly things, for temptation, for what you think is right for you, but you're not going with what God gave you, which is your soul. That is your connection to God. It's your soul. You really think you're this body? You really think you're this body? Or do you think you're a soul that has a body? Think about it. When you die, your soul leaves, it goes on. Your body turns into dust. We're dust in the fucking wind. That's all we are. Living because we have a soul. If we didn't have a soul, this body means nothing. It will not function properly because it is just a body. It's just the character. It's just the face. It's just an experience. That's it. For your soul to evolve. And if you keep choosing to make deals with the devil, the longer you will stay in the flesh. The longer you will stay in the flesh. Because that's the whole point of that's the devil's purpose. Is for you to do what you want to do, what you think is right, because that's what the devil did in the Bible. Ego-based, completely ego-based. No, I don't listen to God. No, I know what's right. I want all the praise. I want all the attention. That's devil-like qualities to have. Because at the end of the day, you're wishing to have praise from people that do not give a fuck about you. Because as soon as you make a decision to choose yourself, talking shit. They're going to talk shit. So did they ever give a fuck about you in the first place or what you stood for? Think about it. That's why I'm starting to peep, like, especially like how people treat me in my current, or like people that could be not helping me because I don't want help, but like, I want to word this correctly. Like people that I know could be around and aren't around, I don't want to see them when I get better. I don't. I hate that. It's like I know that you don't love me for me, or you don't see me for me. You see me for the surface or what I'm capable of accomplishing. But you don't see me for Nayeli, literally. Like my mind, the way I think, like the way my heart works. I may be too nice, or I may be too upfront, or I may be too forward. I may be whatever the fuck it is, but you wouldn't know that because all you care about is if I'm fucking green ski, or if I'm fucking with this person, or if I'm this or if I'm that. But what about Nayeli? And that's why I'm making this video, because it's about Nayeli, bitch. Alright, so think about that. Every time you make a decision, like I said, I'm not saying that they're the devil, but that I feel like that was the story that was being taught. And another thing, don't ever think that when I'm talking, I'm trying to preach. I'm just trying to literally be myself and like spread that across, or like be open about it, because I feel like a lot of people go through certain things and don't really have like the courage to come up and speak about it. But at the end of the day, we're all connected to each other. Sometimes when people that I meet talk to me or tell me about their situation, I literally feel like, I don't know, I feel like a connection, and I feel like, oh my God, like I just bonded with you. Like relatability is another way of getting across a lot of people. It's like if you're able to relate with somebody, or you're able to hear somebody and your soul is listening, it's not your fucking brain. It's like this different kind of healing, or this different kind of bond that you form with this person. That's why I feel like I make videos, or I think the thoughts that I think and I put them out, regardless of whatever view count it fucking gets. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to leave my mark on this world. This is what I want. If, like I said, tomorrow's not promised, so every day I try my best to do something that I feel like I want to. If I was to leave, or if I was to not be here, how would I want to be known? Like how would I want to leave my mark? How would I want Nayeli to be seen? Like how would I want my actions and my, like, just what I've done affect others that come after me, or the people that were with me, or the people that were before me? Like, you know, it's just, how do I want to leave my mark? And this is how I'm always going to want to leave my mark. Helping. I want to help. And I'm not preaching. I just want to relate. One thing is, I've learned that I will practice and I will never preach. I'm practicing every day. I evolve. I'm evolving every single day. That one song that Travis Scott made, Astro Thunder, where he's like, moving on a remedy, shit controlling me. Listen to that song, Astro Thunder by Travis Scott. And then he's like, practice on, I'll never preach. Practice on, I'll never preach. That's the truth. It's like even teachers, even masters, like with the kung fu shit, they go practice on, I'll never preach. I'll never preach. Who are we to preach? We literally don't even know what the fuck we're doing. We're learning every single day. You wake up, you learn something new. It's all about practicing, and we're learning off of each other. If anything, we're all preaching and practicing at the same time. But it's just the point of like learning from each other. Don't ever think that I'm on here trying to make it seem like I'm the best, or I'm the rightest, or this is the correct path. Because at the end of the day, the world needs balance. Whether you're doing what people consider wrong, or whether you're doing what people consider right, it's never wrong or right. It's just meant to be. I'm just expressing my side, my truth, my path, what I choose to do with my life, and I'm doing it openly, as long as you're not hurting nobody else in the process. And don't do that. And I always say that. I'm gonna keep saying that, and I'm gonna sound like a fucking record player, bitch. Breaking. That's you know what I mean. I'm always gonna say it, because I feel like that's the one part in the world where people got me fucked up. When they start killing people, or they start taking people's lives. Why are you taking a life that you did not even give? You can't even give a. What are you doing? You didn't even give the life. Why are you killing it? Bitch, stay in your fucking lane. God damn. Over here trying to be God so bad. You cannot be God. You can't put a soul in somebody. You can't take a soul out of somebody. You can, but you gonna fuck your life up and all your fucking lineage, bitch. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Also, with the negativity, like that comes with you choosing yourself and you making decisions for yourself, all that negativity that goes on around you, I've learned to leave it alone. Don't add fuel to the fire. Try to not let it have an effect on you, because it will only make you angry, or make you sad, or make you happy, or make you whatever emotion if it has an effect on you. So don't let it have an effect on you, and let God handle it. God will handle it so much better than you will. God will make sure that people reap what they sow. Okay, it's called karma. So don't try to intervene and, oh no, this is being done, then I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. No. Again, I'm not trying to preach. I'm just trying to tell you on that one, okay, karma is a bitch. Don't. But yeah, just let go and let God. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get into. My camera keeps overheating and dying. Per usual, nothing new. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video out, because I've been talking a lot. But I hope this helped anybody that is watching this, or like, you know, if you're going through the same thing, or you're relating to what I'm saying, or if you feel like you've gone through this many times and it's like something that keeps repeating, choose yourself. Even if you feel like you need to log off of everything and just put your phone down, it is not important. Trust and believe. What's meant for you will always be yours. You don't have to worry about it. As long as you're choosing to be better, you will always get what's better for you, what's best for you. Okay, you're only gonna be given to you what you are in the state of. Okay, like you're not gonna get better if you're doing worst. like you reap what you sow, basically. So don't worry about validation, don't worry about social status, don't worry about opinions, because that literally can be swiped out like this. And the only thing you really have is yourself, your mind, and your heart, and that's the only thing that you really can are gonna sit with at the end of the day. I feel like that's what you should be putting a lot of your focus on, rather than, you know, validation or social status or other people's opinions. And again, if you feel like you're being targeted in life, or you feel like, even if you do choose yourself in certain situations, it could be in family situations or whatever it is, and you're just like being talked down on, or it seems like no matter what you do or whatever decision you make, it's like going down a wrong path and nobody's really there to uplift you, let go and let God. That is meant to be there for you to, sadly, still continue to choose yourself. Life is a test, and if you don't pass, you're gonna continue to get tested. But yeah, I hope this helped anybody that's watching. Again, this is just me speaking my mind in my current situation and everything that I'm going through. I honestly, I don't know, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect. Yeah, I'm not perfect at all. Like, I literally have so much problems, so much addiction, so much that I'm currently trying to get over myself and trying to heal about myself. And you know, I just want to be vocal about it. So if you're watching this and you want to see anything from me, comment down below what you want to see about, see me talk about, or I can make more talking videos, or I can make like vlogs or whatever you guys want to watch, because I quite literally don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what my next step is. It's like I know, but again, I'm scared as fuck and I need to get over that shit. But my camera keeps dying, so I'm gonna end out the video here. But yeah, basically, like I was saying, I don't know what to do. So if you guys could just let me know what you guys want to see from me. I don't know my next steps, I really don't. But yeah, if you made it this far to the video, make sure to comment this emoji down below. That way I can know that you made it this far to the video. And keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep it pushing. Life is gonna life, and you're just gonna live it. So it is what it is. Like, just do what you gotta do. Do what you literally have got to fucking do. So I'm cussing so much. Yeah. I was gonna say, it literally died right when I said that. Okay, I'll see you guys later and have a nice day and goodbye.